Okay, so these notes are covering operations with polynomials. So this page here just has some properties. So when you multiply two variables, you add together the exponents. When you divide, you subtract. When you have a variable raised to a negative exponent, you'll move its location to make it positive. So it's negative in the numerator, you send it to the denominator, make it positive. If it's negative in the denominator, you'll send it up to the numerator to make positive. When you raise the power to another power, you multiply those exponents. If you have parentheses with a bunch of variables or numbers in the parentheses and it's raised to a power, everything within the parentheses gets that power. Same thing with a quotient. So if you have a fraction and it's raised to a power, everything in that fraction is getting that power. And then the zero power means anything to the zero power equals 1. Okay, we're going to simplify the expression a to the negative third times a squared b to the fourth times c to the negative first. And we are not going to have any negative exponents when we finish this. So what we can do is when you multiply exponents, you're really adding them. So the a's I can go ahead and combine together and make that a to the negative first. I don't have any b's to combine, so b to the fourth and then c to the negative first. And then we cannot leave negative exponents. So what we're going to do to make those exponents positive is we can put all of this over 1. And then we just need to move the location of those exponents to make them positive. So a to the negative first, I'm going to move down to the bottom and make it a to the positive first. C to the negative first, and move it down to the bottom and making it c to the positive first. So I end up with b to the fourth over AC. Now I'm going to simplify the expression n to the second over n to the 10th. Now this is as if you have 2 n's on the top over 10 n's, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, over 10 n's on the bottom. So when we're simplifying this, you can take off 2 n's from the top and 2 n's from the bottom, and we're left with 8 on the bottom. So that's how we get 1 over n to the 8th. And I'm just right here proving that property of you're subtracting whenever you divide. You really subtract the power, and then the power that was the biggest keeps the location. So n to the 10th was bigger than n to the second, so it's going to stay in the denominator, and you'll just subtract the 2 from the 10. So it's 1 over n to the 8th. But right here is just a little proof of why. Okay, next up I'm simplifying 3a cubed over b to the fourth squared. So everything within the parentheses is getting squared. So I'm going to be doing 3 squared a cubed squared over b to the fourth squared. So 3 squared is 9. When you raise a power to another power, you're going to multiply. So a cubed squared is really a to the sixth over b to the fourth squared is really b to the 8th. So I've got 9a to the 6th, b to the 8th. Okay, so I'm simplifying some more, so I'm multiplying. So x to the negative second, y to the negative third, times x to the negative third, y to the fifth, times z squared. All the x's I'm going to go ahead and add together. So x to the negative second plus x to the negative third is x to the negative fifth. Got y to the negative third and y to the fifth. Add those together and I get y to the second. And I only have the one z squared here. And then I need to make this negative exponent positive. So right now it's over 1. So I'm going to take it and move it to the denominator. So I get y squared z squared over x to the fifth. Okay, I've got h to the sixth over h to the negative second. So first off, I'm going to make my negative exponent a positive. So this h to the negative second, I'm going to move it up to the top. So this is now h to the sixth times h to the second, which when you multiply, you really add. So this is h to the 8th. All right, I've got 6r squared over 3s cubed, and that all is being squared. So everything within the fraction is going to be squared. So I have 6 squared r squared squared over 3 squared, s cubed squared. So 6 squared is 36. R squared squared is r to the 4th. Over 3 squared is 9. And then s cubed squared is s to the 6th. And then the last step is, can we simplify any further? Which we are able to. The 36 and the 9 can simplify, so they both are divisible by 9. So 36 is now 4, 9 is now 1. And then I only have r's on top and s's on bottom. So this is 4 r to the 4th over s to the 6th. Okay, simplifying. So we're subtracting these polynomials. So I've got 2a cubed plus 5a minus 7 minus a cubed minus 3a plus 2. So my first step is I need to distribute this negative, and it's going to go to the entire second polynomial. So this is 2a cubed plus 5a minus 7 minus a cubed plus 3a minus 2. And now I'm going to combine like terms. So let's see here. Get a different color. So 2a cubed and negative a cubed is 1a cubed. I've got 5a plus 3a, so plus 8a. And then negative 7 and negative 2 make negative 9. So only like variables can be added together. So only a cubes could be added, only the a's can be added, and then coefficients without a variable can be added. So 3a cubed plus 8a minus 9 is my final answer. So 4x squared minus 9x plus 3 plus negative 2x squared minus 5x minus 6. This is addition, so I don't have anything to distribute out. So I can go ahead and jump to combining like terms. So 4x squared and negative 2x squared makes 2x squared. Negative 9x and negative 5x make negative 14x. And 3 and negative 6 makes negative 3. So we get 2x squared minus 14x minus 3. Okay, so here's another subtraction problem. I have 3x squared plus 2x minus 3 minus 4x squared plus x minus 5. So I need to be careful to distribute out my negative to the second polynomial. Excuse me. So I get 3x squared plus 2x minus 3 minus 4x squared minus x plus 5. I'm going to combine my like terms now. So 3x squared and negative 4x squared make negative x squared. 2x and negative x makes positive x. And then negative 3 and positive 5 make positive 2. So we get negative x plus x, negative x squared plus x plus 2. Okay, here's another subtraction problem. So negative 3x squared minus 4x plus 1 minus 4x squared plus x minus 5. So again, I need to distribute the negative. So this is negative 3x squared minus 4x plus 1 minus 4x squared minus x plus 5. So this is negative 7x squared minus 5x plus 6. Okay, now we're multiplying. So I'm finding negative y times 4y squared plus 2y minus 3. So here I just need to distribute my negative y to all three. So I get negative 4y cubed minus 2y squared plus 3y. Same thing here, I'm multiplying negative x times 3x cubed minus 2x plus 5. So the negative x is being distributed. So I get negative 3x to the 4th plus 2x squared minus 5x. So it would be this one here. And now I'm multiplying a trinomial times a binomial. I have a squared plus 3a minus 4 times a plus 2. So you can approach this like FOIL. So a squared times a squared times 2, 3a times a, 3a times 2, negative 4 times a, and negative 4 times 2. But I personally like to do the box method. So for the box method, I make a box big enough for it to be a 3 by 2 box. So I did 3 columns by 2 rows. And for my columns, I'm going to fill in the trinomial. So a squared plus 3a minus 4. And on the side, I'm going to have times a plus 2. And I'm just going to multiply each corresponding box. So a squared times a is a cubed. Move down. So now I have a squared times 2. So that's 2a squared. I'm going to move over to the next column. So 3a times a is 3a squared. Move down. So I have 3a times 2. So that's 6a. Move over to the last column. So negative 4 times a is negative 4a. And move down to the last box. Negative 4 times 2 is negative 8. And then we combine like terms. So I have a cubed. My a squareds are 3a squared and 2a squared. So that's plus 5a squared. My next column, I have 6a and negative 4a, so that's plus 2a and then minus 8. So I just combined like terms after I multiplied the boxes. So one more of these, I have x squared plus 3x minus 2 times x plus 4. So I'm going to make a 3 by 2 box. Okay, and then the top of my box, I'm going to put my trinomial. So that is x squared plus 3x minus 2. Goodness. And then on the side, I'll have x plus 4. And I'm going to fill in the corresponding boxes. Oops. So I have x squared times x, which is x cubed. X squared times 4, which is 4x squared. 3x times x, which is 3x squared. 3x times 4 giving us 12x. I've got negative 2 times x, so negative 2x, and negative 2 times 4, which is negative 8. And then my last step is I need to combine my like terms. So I don't have any other x cubes, so x cubed. I've got 4x squared and 3x squared, so plus 7x squared. I've got 12x and negative 2x giving us 10x, and then minus 8. So it's looking like answer choice A. And that is it for our operations of polynomials.